Welcome back to Gagne Farms. I'm Eric and this is
Candace.
And today we are
picking hops.
It's time, guys. Check these out right here. Look at that. So these hops are ready to go. This one just kind of went up my main pole here, but these guys up here, they did really well. And we got to get this stuff picked. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull our vine off of one side, stretch it back up over the top, and then we're going to go pick this stuff off the vines in the shade. What do you think, Candace?
Sounds like a plan.
Man. I'm just wondering if I want to untie that side and pull this side. Actually, there's not much. Ooh, that might not just...
Oh, that might not work.
Pop right over, huh? It's spun right up both sides.
Yep.
There, okay. I got it. That's better.
Oh, good. Oh. We're gonna go get the ladder. So we still left some of that up there. Couldn't quite reach it. What did you say you were leaving it for?
Leaving it for the birds.
So you're just cutting it away from the original plant sprout, right?
Yeah, I'll come back and trim these all up. Once things die off with just a touch more. Okay, I'm trying to keep these separated too. Watch yourself. Well, it didn't go quite the way I wanted it to, but you know, we did get a real good harvest of hops. You don't need a lot. That's the thing with hops, is you don't need, if you're just doing your own batches, you know, a few batches a year, or say if you even brew once a month, I mean, this would be enough hops for a lot more than that. So yeah, lessons learned on the hops trellis. That's part of the game. That's why I'm continually doing something different until I find what I like. So I kind of like it, and I like the height, but I don't like the way that I string the vines down with it. So we're gonna come up with something different, do a little bit of research here throughout the winter, and come up with something pretty cool. But we're gonna go and start stripping all these bad boys. Here, this is what you want to see too when you open that. See all the yellow lupulin in there? Yeah, that's what gives it that nice hoppy aroma. We're gonna go over here and pick these clean.
All right. So I got the end of the vine here ready to pick.
Yeah, so do you want to explain to them what the next step is, or?
Yeah, we're gonna get these all picked off of here, and then we have to lay them in a single layer out flat on screens, and we usually put fans on them, don't we?
Yeah, but I don't know if we need to do all that.
But they need to dry out. So that's our next step. Did I miss anything there?
No, we just, I had a couple old window screens and I just lay them out. And with, you know, the weather being nice out right now, you just leave them in the barn and a couple, 3 days. Once they get a little, like, almost crunchy feel to them,
Crispy.
then they're dried up enough, and we take them from there and I put them in the vacuum sealer and I just seal them up, and I put them in the freezer. So I try to put them in, you know, 1 pound packs or something.
Do you just keep them whole like this when you put them in there, or do you grind them up?
No, I've done both. What they also have is a sack, like a muslin cloth sack, and so you take your dried hops and you put it in a sack and steep it into your brew kettle when you're brewing. So that's how I usually do it. Not like a pelleted hop where you're gonna just put it in your brew and let it dissolve. So
Oh, it's like almost like tea.
Yeah, you're steeping it like tea, correct. What we should be doing right now, but I'm not even gonna mention this to Candace, is we should be wet hopping a batch of beer right now. And then what we would do is take it right off the vine, just like this, and do the same process, just steep it in. But that's a wet hop, and you get a real good flavor off of that. It's a little bit stronger, definitely on the IPA scale of things.
So that's what we got so far, just from whatever was on the ground over there and the one vine that we did. Was that the big one that we did though?
Yeah, that was the big one.
See, you can tell these look a little bit different. They're like a longer cone.
Quite a bit there. So, we got our screen here. It's just I think it's a screen door screen. And I try to pick any leaves or stems or anything out right now. Try to spread them out as evenly as I can. And then I'm just gonna go set them in the tool shed. And then usually like once a day or so I'll come out and I'll just kind of scatter them a little bit like that. But pretty easy, huh? Just let them dry out. We have our vines on our bines, which our vine is coconut core right there. But the vine is so wrapped around this coconut core that I don't think you could ever get it out of here. So what you can do with this is you can actually take your old vines and compost them. Since you use the coconut core, it will break down over time. I'm not going to compost this time. I'm just going to burn it and get rid of it. But you guys can go right ahead and compost this. It just takes a little bit of time for the coconut core to break down. All right, guys, one last thing here. This is some packages I made last year of my hops. Real easy. I weigh it out. In this case, I think this is all the variety that I had. I just vacuum sealed it in the bags real quick, and I'll take a bag out when I go to brew, pop it open, and put it in the little muslin cloth sacks and steep it into my brew. That's it. I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching the old hops picking today. If you guys like this, leave a comment below and a big thumbs up. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.